Hey, I'm talking. Hey, I'm talking. Hey, I'm talking. Hey, I'm talking. Okay? Hello there, and a great big gorgeous massive welcome to this, what will be the very first official episode of my new web series. Hey, I'm talking. See, the platform may have changed, but the poll remains the same. So I don't have different angle cameras or bright lights or indeed an auto cue, but I can, if I want to, have a Word document in a narrow window with 48 font and scroll it down. And that's what I was doing before. That's why I've got 3 very short videos in my pile there that are rubbish. And then I just thought, Paul, wing it, lad. Just talk about these things. So yeah, when you have given your heart and soul and many hours over almost a year to something that you loved dearly, and then that something is taken away, whether that taking away turns out to be temporary or permanent has yet to be defined, it still leaves a big gap, and that gap must be filled. So fill it I shall with this web series, Hey, I'm talking. And I'm hoping to, when I go and meet my friends, I've already met Jackie Wright. Hi Jackie, the lovely Jackie, who was a guest on Now We're Talking with me many times. We've been out for a bit of lunch, and I'm hoping to do that with everybody. The regular guests on the show, because they're all friends too, and maybe I'll just have a selfie stick and my phone, and we'll just talk. Maybe. Anyway, so this first episode, because it is an episode, what's it going to be about? Paul, what's it going to be about? Well, I shall tell you what it's going to be about. It's going to be about moving on from tough times. And yes, I've already done a video about what happened to me and Jason, but I thought this might be a really good time to kind of, for me as well, and for anyone who's interested, anyone who didn't see the paper, anyone who follows me on Twitter, because of Now We're Talking, but because I'll link this on Twitter, and missed my post there about what happened. So let's just for a moment, shall we, go back to Sunday, November the 6th, 2016. Which will be 2 weeks this Sunday. Today, this day right here being Thursday, when I'm recording this, much earlier than I would have done NWT, because it's only 1:15. Don't matter though, does it? It's not important, that bit. So it's Sunday, today's Thursday, take you back to Sunday. I finish work at the place I work, and hubby Jason has come to pick me up in the car, and I'm just leaving the property and locking the door, so obviously facing the door, and I feel an arm around my neck, and it gets very tight, very fast, and then I'm pulled to the ground, body slammed on the concrete, and have a foot on my chin. Oh, that's proper bugging me. Although it's a lot better than it was. It was black at first, and just coconut oil. Keep rubbing coconut oil in it. That's where the foot was. My earrings got stomped out. Couldn't breathe. Kicked out. Basically, it was 4 masked guys with weapons, claw hammers and knives. And don't message me while I'm filming my first episode. How rude is that? Who is it? You're going to have a moment now, you, on YouTube, because you've messaged me. It's you, Marky Mark Scott. Bloody trust you. Marky Mark Scott. Hi, Marky Mark. That was Marky Mark Scott. I'm on Gadio with him tonight. I'll probably get this video on YouTube pretty much as soon as I've done it, because I'm like that. An horrendous 20 minutes ensued. Me and Jason realised very quickly the danger we were in, because, you know, weapons. And uh, we endured what we had to, and they left, and we were relieved, and we're alive. And how do you move on from that? How do you move on from that? Well, you don't let it define you. There's the thing. And as I've said to many people at the bar, uh, since who've asked me questions, and, you know, friends on the phone and everything, you have to keep, it's so important, this, you have to keep in mind that there are, of course, there are many different kinds of people in the world, but let's just make it dead simple, okay? There's scum and there's non-scum. He moves so you can see my hands. There's scum and there's non-scum. And we, the majority, are the non-scum. We would never consider doing anything like that to anybody for any reason. And we have to remember that we're the majority. That is so, so, so important. And I don't know if you've read the press recently, but there's been a lot of places, bars especially clubs, rugby clubs, golf clubs, being done over. In the Manchester Evening News just last night, the night before, Tuesday, there was a story about Burnage Rugby Club, and the bar manager or landlady there getting roughed up and needing stitches, and a member needing stitches. So yeah, you know, things like this are happening to people all the time. And God, I understand desperation. I mean, I really, really do. There have been times when myself and Jason have survived on tin tomatoes and super noodles while we were at college. I understand, you know, thank goodness we've never been homeless or anything, but, you know, it's not normally homeless people that commit crimes like this. So it was a funny old week after the event. I'm still aching like a now, let me tell you. My torso, but the black eye's gone, the black ears are gone. I've got my new sparkly Beckham style study earrings. See, £6 from Spindles, that silver shop, Paul Lewis, I think it's called. And yeah, there were a couple of the aches and everything, and both me and Jason have kind of, that's the good thing about us, maybe that's why we've lasted so long, maybe that's why we're, you know, in our 20th year, which is not a full 20 years yet, we're in our 20th year, and then it becomes a full 20 years in June next year, because we talk, and we talk a lot. When we know that there's something that we need to talk about, we talk about it, and if we need to cry and scream and stamp our feet, then we do that. I'm not saying we do. So I was off to work the other day, and I was thinking to myself on the way there, what do I do with this? What do I do with this thing? What do I do with this situation, with this event? What do I do with it? Do I put it in a box and put it up there? And that doesn't mean ignore it, but just like store it somewhere. And I've decided to just actually let things be very, very fluid. So I've had a little bit of a panic attack, just the one. And there have been some tears, and there's been a little bit of being cautious in the same place at night. But the place where I work, it has to be said, have been amazing. The changes that have been made have been fast and many. And it's wonderful to see. So if you are going through your own tough time, or if you've been through a really tough time, My personal advice would be to you, don't let it define you. Don't become it. Don't just be the thing that happened and the consequences of it and the and don't, or try not to allow yourself to overplay things too much in your mind. I think you have to get to a conclusion. You have to kind of, because you go through all sorts. What if I'd done this? What if I'd done that? What if he'd said this? What if he'd said blah, 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 blah. You go through all this and you get to the end of it and you're alive. And so all of that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're alive. And that's huge, honey. It's life. Who doesn't love life? I'm going to take a short break now, which means I'm going to stop recording this video, and then I'm going to just do a little bit vending, but I'll put it all together in Windows Movie Maker, because it's very different in my house. I'll see you when I made a coffee. Red. The color red. Red lips. Red hair. Shut up, Alice. I'm doing a commercial. Red. Buy the color red. Look at the color red. Red. Red! Hey, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial break. Alice is here, the cat. You got anything to say while you're there? Anything at all? No? Say something. She doesn't want to say anything. What can you do? So yes, I made myself a coffee. And we'll continue a little chat, shall we? And see how things go. So yes, I was talking about not letting bad things or times or occurrences or feelings define you, because you can't. Well, you can, and some people do, and some people really struggle with that, and of course it can be tough. I have decided not to let this define me, because I can't, and I don't wanna. I can't, and I don't wanna. Quite simply. So I've decided the period after the attack, which began, of course, on November the 7th, the day after, because Jason had written on our whiteboard, Jason's husband, because he'd written on the whiteboard, he'd scrubbed out friends that we were meant to be going visiting that evening, and just written, "Arr." That's how you say it when you write it without the H. That's how we've always said it. Arr. It's down here now in text for you. Arr. So that day, Sunday, November the 6th, was Arr. So I thought, well, he's named that day now. It's got a name. It's got a name and everything. It's got a name. It's got a past. It went to university. So I thought, right, well, okay then. Okay then, if we're doing that, well, let's do this too, I thought to myself then. So I thought, right, November the 7th is the start of a new era, what you could call the era. I thought, oh, what do I want from the era? Well, it's got to be better. Call it the better. Oh my God, it's the better. So it started on November the 7th, 2016, which was a Monday, just so you know. It's a good day to start some, isn't it? And it's called The Better, and you know, it's getting better. I don't know the next word. So here's to the better for all of us. And it's mid-November. Got no idea what I'm going to be doing by the end of the year. I'm hoping that a certain conclusion will lead to a door being reopened, but I'm not banking everything on that, because me and my girl Stuart Crowther, she's so pretty. Well, in my ver kitchen in there a couple of months ago now, I gave birth to my drag daughter, Fraulein 39. She's gorgeous. So we've started the Vegan Queens. What do you mean you've never heard of us? Have you looked on Twitter? Have you seen YouTube? We've even got a Facebook page. Don't tell me you've never heard of the Vegan Queens. You're not looking, cocker. And we should be out soon with this. And I say, what, we're both gorgeous. I would have shot me. But I think it was because I'd had my teeth done. Do you remember? And now we're talking, I had my teeth done and my gap fixed. And I'd got back in drag when I'd had my before I had my gap fixed. And I was just looking in the mirror and I was like, no, that's not Gemini. She's gone. That girl is gone. Then I had my teeth fixed and I did like these 2 episodes of Now We're Talking. In drag with the fabulous Lucy Lush and Gaz McKay, and of course my daughter, Fraulein 39, Stuart Crowther. And I thought, girl, you still got this. You got something going on here. You got good legs, you got a nice pair of boobs, you got nice hair. So yes, so we're doing the Vegan Queens, and that's not a definite maybe, that's a definite, is that. So keep your eyes on the world. All of the world are Vegan Queens, because we're coming home. I want to thank you ever so much for watching my first episode of Hey, I'm Talking. So like I said in the first part before the commercial break, this may evolve. You never know. But I wanted this to be the first in my web series. I thought, do it right. You had a great night last night. Last night I went to the Molino Lounge in Oldham. You've got a gorgeous vegan menu. I had a falafel burger and a piece of chocolate and ginger tart. I had the tart with an espresso and the burger with a wine. Oh, it was lovely. In Oldham, I had a vegan meal. And then I went to see an Arrival. Arrival, wow. Got a bit moved then when I thought about that. Beautiful film. And it's brilliant. And it's one of those films that I now feel I actually need to see again. Not necessarily at the pictures. And I don't mind waiting a while to see it again. But I think that might become one of those kind of iconic movies. There's a lot of depth in there, and there's a lot of thinking material for us all about how we need to be working together. All of us, really. So, yeah, if you get a chance to go and see that, and if you get a chance to go to the Molino Lounge in Oldham, look at me endorsing stuff on my channel. I want free things because I'm endorsing stuff. I want free things because I'm endorsing stuff. Thanks for watching. I will be back. I'm going to try my very best to do an episode like this once a week. Whether I've got a friend with me and I've filmed a bit with them and then done a bit on my own and kind of added it, whatever. I'll just muck about with it. I'll be relaxed and just, you know, chat away. But thank you ever so much for watching. Please do tune in again next time you see an episode pop up. And please, from the bottom of my heart, please be excellent to each other.